Yo guys, what's up? We have NFL on Christmas Day. It cannot get any better than this. We have 2 games and I got 4 picks in those games that we will hop into in 1 second. Before we do, make sure to drop a like on the video. It's completely free. It takes 1 second. It literally just helps me out. So make sure to drop a like. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel either because I also just posted the picks for the NBA on Christmas Day. So go watch that video and then subscribe so you see all the videos in the future because I post them every single day for you guys. But before we hop into those picks that I was talking about, I want you guys to look at your screen right now. If you live in any one of these white or gray states right here, including even some of Canada, but if you live in any one of these white states right here, you are basically guaranteed money on Christmas Day. All of these apps, because it is Christmas, they want everybody to get on their app and they will do whatever needs to be done to get people on their app. Sleeper right now has 6 different discounts going, which is the most I've ever seen on any app at one time. They have 2.5 plays for Wemby and Lamar, and then they also have 4 different discounts they have right now on their app. All you have to do, if you're not on Sleeper yet, I'll put the links down below in the comments and description of this video. Go download Sleeper. They ask you if you have a promo code right when you download the app. Type in code GHOST right here, all caps. As long as you have that code GHOST in before you deposit, they give you $55 for free and they will give you all these free plays. They do not give you any of this if you don't use code GHOST. So make sure to use code GHOST so you actually get all of these free plays right here and the free $55. Chalkboard has the exact same thing. Code GHOST on that app, you get 2 free plays as well and $100 for free. So you guys can literally get $155 for free and 8 free plays for Christmas. If you have 8 free plays and $155 to use on Christmas, you would actually have to try to lose money betting at that point. That would be almost impossible. So make sure you go down to the links below right now, use code GHOST on Chalkboard or Sleeper, and take advantage of all those promos, guys. I cannot stress enough how important using promos is on when it comes to sports betting and just how much of an advantage that really is. So again, 8 free plays, $155 for free if you download Chalkboard and Sleeper. I'll leave the links down below in the comments and description. But let's hop into the video. Okay, now the first play I have for you guys is going to be in the Baltimore versus Houston game. Now, if you guys did not see last game, Tank Dell did tear his ACL again, so he's out for the rest of the season. So now obviously they don't have Stephon Diggs, they don't have Tank Dell. Basically their only receiver left is Nico Collins. With that being said, I do think Nico Collins is probably going to get, quadruple teamed or triple teamed the entire game. So what I do really like instead of him is going to be taking John Mechie over his receptions line of 2.5. This line is way too low. Tank Dell was literally averaging about 7 to 8 targets a game. So now without him in the game, John Mechie was getting maybe 4 targets a game. So take the 4 targets. If you divvy up the 7 or 8 targets Tank Dell gets, John Mechie is probably going to have 6-ish targets in this game. Not to mention, Baltimore is literally the second worst passing defense in the entire league. They have been all season. They have been playing a little bit better recently, but overall, on the season, they are still, you could argue they are the worst pass defense in the league. So taking John Mechie at 2.5 receptions, especially when Houston's going to be down pretty much the entire game, they're going to have to pass the ball easily 30 plus times. It wouldn't shock me if CJ Stroud, throws the ball 35, possibly if we get lucky, even 40 times this game. And if he does, John Mechie should at least get 5 or 6 targets in this game. And if he does, he just has to catch the ball 3 times against a horrible pass defense. I really like John Mechie over there at 2.5. That line's probably going to bump on Prizepicks to go up to 3 on Sleeper and Chalkboard. I do know right now it's at 2.5. It's most likely going to stay at 2.5 the whole time. The next play I have for you guys is going to be the same kind of situation because I just really like picking on this Houston team because I think a lot of the lines are really out of whack and they're just really bad lines overall. I like taking Joe Mixon over 4 receiver targets. So you guys can see right here, he's hit this 3 out of his last 5 games, and one of them was a tie when he got exactly 4. Same exact situation with Tank Dell out. That's 7 to 8 targets going around. Joe Mixon, you guys, like I just said, you guys can see he's actually been hitting this at a pretty good rate so far. Baltimore, horrible passing defense, like I was just mentioning, but also not only are they bad at defending wide receivers, they are really bad at defending running backs. Chase Brown in 2 games this year has like 17 receptions against him. They basically allow the opposing running back to get at least 4 catches every single game for the most part. 4 targets is crazy. I thought they were going to have his line at 4 receptions. They had it at 4 targets. So I really like this line right here at 4 targets. You guys, if you don't already know, If CJ Stroud drops back, he has a lot of pressure coming at him and just wants to get the ball away and kind of just throws it down at the feet of the lineman or the running back. That counts as a target to Joe Mixon. So 4 targets is absolutely crazy. Now, Sleeper and Chalkboard do have, so his receptions line on Prizepicks is 3. Sleeper and Chalkboard have his receptions line at 2.5. That would be my favorite play for him. I do think he could get 3 catches in this game. So if you could get his 2.5 receptions in this game, if you could get that line on Sleeper or Chalkboard, I recommend that the most. But on Prizepicks, I like 4 targets right there. Now, the next 2 plays I have for you guys, one of them is going to be Patrick Mahomes. We're going to be taking him over his line of 37 pass attempts. So he's hit this 3 out of his last 5 games, tied the other 2 games. He's literally passing the ball like top 5 in the league right now when it comes to, most pass attempts. Playing Pittsburgh, really, really good defense. So it's going to be a struggle for this KC team to move the ball down the field. So it's not just going to be, or knock on wood, don't want to jinx it, but more than likely it's not going to just be, big explosive plays. If they want to drive down the field, it's going to have to be methodical drives. It would not even surprise me at all if they were losing most of this game and had to make a comeback in the 4th quarter. So with that being said, I think Patrick Mahomes getting around his average of 37 pass attempts or going over that, I do like the odds a lot. Now at 37, obviously we don't get the 0.5, so he could tie at exactly 37, but that's not the end of the world, obviously. If he ties at 37, you don't win money, you don't lose money, you just get your money back. So I'm okay with 37 exactly right there. Same exact situation with Mixon, I forgot to talk about, but 4, I like that. If it ties, you get your money back. It is what it is. The next play and the last play I have for you guys is going to be Pat Freiermuth. So another situation, which usually I don't do this, so it's kind of funny that I have 3 out of the 4 picks today are like this. Another situation where we don't get a 0.5, but I don't care. I still like it a lot. Pat Freiermuth, we're taking him over 3 receptions. You guys can see he hit 2 of these games. The other 3 games, he did tie at exactly 3, so he's very consistent so far this season, usually getting right around 3 receptions. But in this game, I like it against KC. KC is one of the worst defenses when it comes to tight ends. They allow some of the most receptions to the tight end position so far this year. So when he's getting pretty much exactly at this line or even over this line every single game, you play him in a Christmas Day game against KC. I really, really like this matchup for Pat Freiermuth. If this line was even at 3.5, I wouldn't take it. But the fact it's at 3, I like that a lot. Again, not to mention this line on Sleeper and Chalkboard is at 2.5, so you get a better line there as well. Honestly, all of these lines, now that I'm looking at it, are actually better on Chalkboard and Sleeper. I do believe so. John Mechie right now is the same at 2.5. Joe Mixon's at 2.5 receptions on Sleeper and Chalkboard. Patrick Mahomes is at 36.5 pass attempts, and then Pat Freiermuth is at 2.5 receptions. So all of these lines, other than John Mechie, you're getting a better line on Sleeper and Chalkboard right now. So definitely keep that in mind. If you're already on those apps, definitely bet it on those apps instead. If you're not on those apps yet and you can get on those apps, I highly, highly recommend it. But make sure to drop a like on the video, guys. I really do appreciate when you guys do that. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of the future free pick videos I post every single day. And again, I will remind you guys one last time, look at this map again. If you live in any of these states and you're not already on Sleeper and Chalkboard, don't be lazy. Take 5 minutes out of your day and get on these apps because I know you guys spent a ton of money on Christmas presents this year. You guys can make some back right here, getting 8 free plays and a free $155 just by downloading the apps and using code GHOST. You literally just have to make sure you have code GHOST in before you deposit and you will get all these free promos. But other than that, guys, these are the 4 plays I have for you for Christmas. Good luck with all your bets, and I'll catch you in the next video.